Hello, and welcome back for possibly the last time ever to the Soundscape Survivor server. Shut up, horse. So, what's going on? There are going to be quite a few changes happening, starting, what's this? Paving for Page App, okay, yeah. There are going to be quite a few changes happening, between this season and next, which is just a couple days over the road, which are going to be causing Soundscape, the server itself, to no longer be a thing. That doesn't mean anything for the group. The group is going to stay together. Not to worry you, we're still going to make videos together and whatnot. And there's still going to be a server for us to play on. It's just going to have a different name because it's a slightly different group. While we're going around, I do want to explain it a little bit. So, basically, we are adding a few people that don't record to our group, to a larger group that will actually basically take the role of the Soundscape server. We're calling it the Lodge because we like the name. Where the inner circle, if you will, of people who actually make videos is actually becoming slightly smaller, due to some inactivity and just some people who, their goals are not where they want to play on the server or play that dedicated anymore, which is understandable. When you start, like, when you decide you want to do something when you're 14, and then you're 15 or 16 by the time, or at this point, your priorities change. You want to do different things. I mean, that's not all of us. I'm still doing this, and so is JD. But yeah, I mean, it's an experience. It changes for everybody. So as we look around at spawn, I gave you a quick tour of my house. So yeah, that's the spawn house I built. Basically, the first 2 weeks on the server, it was when it was first built. Everybody was like, "Wow, look at that." I got tired of it very quickly. I get tired of my own builds very quickly, but I gotta say, this is probably the first thing I really built that I was like, yes, I did a good job there. So I'm happy about this. Next season, I've already been actually working on a design, and when I say next season, I'm referring to on the Lodge. I'll talk about the second thing that's going on later, but yeah. So next season, I think I'm gonna go with a similar-ish theme, but basically, yeah. I'm gonna try to avoid, keeping it too exactly the same. Anyway, we are at spawn, of course. This is like, has been the central hub of Soundscape this season. The spawn tree, the icon of Soundscape Season 3, created over 8 months ago. Fantastic. And it will stand forever here. Well, yep. Wonderful. We've got our row of shops here that really did create activity. I'm glad. I mean, I think before the season's over, I'm gonna open up the world. Did I get any? I mean, I probably didn't get any diamonds, but Oh yeah. Okay. Whoa. Oh. Buying glass, 1 diamond of 1 stack of glass. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna open up the original world that this spawns from, between now and next season, and give you a quick view of how that looks, because oh my god, this is different. There used to be a mountain here. There used to be a mountain there. This grass formation out here with all the trees didn't exist at all. It was all water. So this place has changed quite a bit from when we started. A couple months back, we started trying out custom trees. This one was probably the first one I did. I realized that these turned blocks don't look as good as just vertical. So like right here, that probably should just be vertical with the rest of them, and it probably look a bit better. But yeah, I tried something out on this and it did not work out fantastically. And then I started doing things like this guy, which it's pretty good, but it's not fantastic. If we go over here on the outside, if you will, of the inner circle, we have this. This is probably my second favorite tree on the server that I built. Why? I'm outside in the sun. What? Okay, anyway. Probably my second favorite on the server. It's here, let me just place a block up here. I don't know why I'm carrying all this around, but I am. It's kind of, you know, it's cool. I like it. Very, very oaky, I think. You know, it branches out. It's got really thick logs, you know. This one is a lot like my Learn to Build series one. But it doesn't hang over. It just is in the swamp, if you will. It's a swamp tree, as it was called on the... basically, I define a swamp tree by anything that just has these vines that create a greenery, but also, yeah, hang. So it kind of, it makes it look very alive, but yeah. And it sits in the water, so that's cool. And I actually did this to hide the beacon itself and avoid and just keep the beam enclosed. This beam is really hard to see from close up. For example, right here. I mean, you can see it above, but yeah, it's like, it's nice and hidden. I like it. Those are the custom trees. The best shop on Soundscape, as I believe it was called, or the shop of bestness, as it was renamed at some point. It started with just a door on each side, and it had some great items because of my villager trading. But it kind of like became like, hey, if you don't want to work, you can buy your items here, you know. So I kind of didn't like that about it. But yeah, it was probably my most successful shop. But yeah. The Soapy and Private Investigation, it didn't work out fantastically because the paint shop, now owned by Defer. Well, are these signs? I think they're just colored differently. I think that's a thing of the patch. Public brewery open. Oh, I thought it was that is a cool bridge. Okay. Props for that. I thought there was water up here. I thought he would just kind of sporadically put those in, but he didn't. That's so cool. Alright. Anyway. Getting back to it. The spawn. This building right here. The town center. Actually, I built this. And, in some places, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I did that well. And in other places, I'm like, ugh, why did I do that? So, for example, this room, this central room that connects the 3 rooms, I really like it. This flag, I think, turned out great. The room itself is, you know, it's open, but it's well lit, and it just feels official, you know, it feels good to be in here. This room I also like. It's open again, but well lit, and nothing here gets in the way, you know. It's here. And it's got a beacon. It's got the dragon egg, and I enjoy that. This room, if it had been completed, would have. Oh, jeez. Yeah, just back off from this. If it had been completed, would probably be my favorite. It's got these carpets on the top, which creates a very cool effect up here. But still lets light shine through, so there's during the daytime it's still nice and bright, and in the nighttime it doesn't get very dark because of well, first of all, it's all glass, so yeah, there's no darkness for it to be. Of the 4, I guess, rooms you could say, this is probably my least favorite. I kept trying to figure out something to do with this room. It's the map room, the map of spawn. Every time I go in here, I'm like, it's bland, it's bland. So I added these half slab things, and now it just kind of looks chaotic. And so yeah, I was never a huge fan of this room. Just I don't know, whatever I did here did not work as well as whatever I did everywhere else, I feel. But it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't awful. Other things I did at spawn, you've got the mall, I guess. That didn't really ramp up at all. Nothing happened to it, but I enjoyed building it at the time. The Soundscape awards hall. Ooh, I'm taking these. What kind is this? Protection 1. See you around. Okay. These are all mine, by the way. I just sharpness 1. What's this? Blast protection 2. Yeah, right. Sharpness 1. What was the other one? Is it this one? Oh, there it is. I probably just bought it off a guy, so it's probably also... Yep. And yeah, this was supposed to be a pretty cool... This was supposed to be a place where we were going to give out awards. Farmers Award, Best Build, Worstness, Humanitarian, Best Community Work, Best Fighter. It was supposed to be a place for, you know, to encourage play on the server, and, you know, it's a small server. It's a small group of people that were on this world, so, I mean, I can't expect too much from them. This is what was supposed to be the residential area. That didn't work out. Fantastic. I mean, it worked out kind of somewhat. We've got Ricky's house, which he's moving to the lodge, and he's done recording as far as I know. But he might continue recording, but he's in the lodge. We've got Depper. I don't know how this is a home, but okay. And yeah, he will be in the new. The inner group. He's part of the inner circle, if you will. I don't know what this place is really, and apparently it causes lag. So I'm gonna step back from it. All right. Wow, that actually did cause lag. Over here is Halite's place. This place is really cool, and it's even cooler in her texture pack. But yeah, she didn't do much. I mean, she was, when she participated on the server, she did a lot of good stuff, but she wasn't here very long, so still nice to have her on when she was. She'll be moving to the if she wants to, she'll be moving to the lodge. Otherwise, she's just gone. Unless she has some aspirations, you know, to, you know, make some vids, you know. Excuse me for a second. Alright. Okay, let me just make sure I have food. Food. I really want to give a tour of my new place. Along with, is that a potato here and a potato in here? There's a potato, okay. That should be enough to get into the location I want. Where's my horse? I just kind of left him somewhere. There he is. I can use my horse to get there. That'll save me some time and some food. So, we kind of at one point decided that we were about done with this area. Like it was complete. We did our job, and we wanted to move to a new town. This was actually just a couple months ago. At most. Oh, and while I'm going there, I'm actually gonna talk about one more thing that's on this side in the spawn area. Wow, that's loud. I'm sorry. All right. So, oh geez, these things always sound angry because these guys are fighting each other like crazy. So anyway. Oops. Okay. So we at one point decided. Oh, let me go back to the thing. Alright, so I created a base near spawn where I found the skeleton spawner, and I spent like up to 2 months maybe spamming stuff there, and it was pretty fun. Eventually I actually started creating a village out of the the zombies that I was finding down there, and I actually pushed them to the surface. I think I at least showed my being there at some point. I pushed them to the surface and made a village, and then eventually when I realized I could make one, I made a iron golem farm out of the place. And actually, I think I'm gonna make a video tutorial of that, because that was actually a pretty solid creation. Alright, so I'm back at the top here of Stenjord, well, at the top of my house, where the top layer of my house, yeah, let's just call it that. I built my house into a mountain, as did he, and he did. Wow, that was an awfully structured sentence, my apologies. But regardless, let's move on from that. Yeah, so Stenjord was supposed to be, you know, friendly. It was supposed to be based on the group, not based on yourself making money and whatnot. But yeah, this was a very recent start, 2 months ago at max. And it was really the re-energizing of the last re-energizing of the server before now the restart. And I think this restart's actually kind of warranted. It's about time. It's been over 8 months, so I think it's good. I made the Stenjord agricultural hub down here. I'm just gonna take a quick look. I don't need to stay in here. But yeah, so that and all that. One thing I noticed that I would like to point out, I made these patches of whatever these are, melons and pumpkins on the other side, and this spot right here on both sides never grew, and I don't know why. And I checked the lighting and all, and there was no lighting reasons that would happen. These are not the same on both sides, by the way. These are random on each side. That and then that. Well, they're not random. I created them to have some nice patterns in them, but this was all done off camera like less than 2 weeks ago, probably last week. So yeah, this is Ricky's place. This is actually the inspiration for a staircase that I'm gonna show you in a little bit. I'll bring myself in here right now. Hello, horse. This staircase, when I walked up this staircase, I was like, wow, I really love this. I also helped him with this wall. He liked that. I like this look. This is a nice look. Holy moly. Yeah, thank you for that. Let me just do this. Yeah, quick way out. Okay. Headed back down. So in terms of other people's stuff, that's about it. We did have this, what's this called? Barn that we all made one night together. I think Dr. Depper LP made a video of that, so you can check that out if you're interested. But I'm gonna go into my house now, because I think this is if on my channel, I think this is what I would want to look for. So this staircase goes up to the beginning of my house, if you will. And well, this is kind of like, I built my house and I was like, I need a way up here, and this staircase came out really well. Okay, so there's that. Opening and closing doors so that if you look up here, you don't see anything. It's unblemished, if you will. Down this staircase, got this place. I really like this room. Again, I have a wall here, and if you look into this room, you don't see all this background, you just see this wall mostly. So it creates like a lack of depth from a distance. That's a good thing, especially in Minecraft, because small things in Minecraft just kind of look like out of place pixels. This room really, I think, turned out fantastically. The lights in this room are very well placed, in my opinion. The little tree things fit the room, and the color scheme. I really like the color scheme. It's dark, but it's warm. You know, it's not chilly, cold. This room was the closest thing I had to a cold room. It's very brutal. Well, not brutal, but it's just boxy and not very calm. And moving into this next room, this one I created just last week. It's just it's nice. Again, if you look at it from the inside, you're not going to see much but a ceiling and a wall and a floor. But that's kind of what I was going for, you know, just simple. But it's also very calming to be in. You've got this water flow, and I used this cobblestone to make it feel, you know, more natural in here. And I really like that. I think this is a very good look right here. Might use it in my next house. I still haven't finished building it, but I like that build so far. Descending the staircase, I put these potted plants in all over the place, and I really like how that looks. And I've made this linear shape thing that isn't consistent, as you can see. Anyway, moving into this room, we've got, I think, the hidden light behind here, but I'm not going to destroy it to find it. And then if we move around here, again, we've got this black wall. I left this ceiling because if you look at it from a distance, you're not going to see any of that brown. You're just going to see more of this blank black. Which I know it isn't actually black, but that's the... Hi, chicken. And, yeah, that's the fourth window of 4. Yeah, that's the fourth window. Now I'm going to go down a really, really long staircase. This was inspired by Ricky's staircase that we saw slightly earlier. I started making a kitchen here just this past week, and once I learned that we were restarting the server, once we decided that, I was like, okay, time to stop making a kitchen. But yeah, that's what that is. So, unfinished project. I also, the day we decided to, at literally the same time, I was building this enchanting room, and yeah, that stopped, obviously. I don't know how I heard it. What? They must be, like, right over there. Yeah, so there's surface, like, right there. There's surface, like, right there. This thing came really close to the surface many times. Here's my entrance to the farm. Here's a chamber I made for horses. It goes all the way up here. I'll take a look. It goes all the way up. Across the entire underground of the main flat surface of the stenyard, and comes out the other side. Because that was just the easiest way for me to not be intrusive. And I also did this just 2 days ago because I didn't know we were closing when I was building it. Ow, 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 ow. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. Moving downward. Over here. This was actually the first thing I built into this staircase. Wow. This is a, what's this? I needed black dye ink sac, so I made an ink sac farm. These are as a squid farm, and that worked really effectively. I just had to be a certain distance of blocks away from it, and it would spawn squid and kill them off. And it was passive. It was fantastic. Here we have a tree farm that somewhat got off the ground. It worked out. I enjoyed it. It was my source of wood, so that was nice. Moving further down, I don't think I built any other structures into the wall, any other rooms into the walls, but I do have a bottom to this place. And I guess we can just finish up there because I've shown everything else. And yeah, this was really the thing I enjoyed probably most at the end of the server, was building this house. It was really, really complex. Oh no, all these burnt off. Oh well. I'm not too surprised. So I took this room. This used to be all, obviously, this room came naturally with stone in it, and I was actually carving out stone and replacing it with these, just one layer deep. And it actually started to turn out pretty sweet. Over here, I actually found like 25 diamonds, and this place just showed up, and I was kind of covering it all in glass. I don't know why. I was feeling pretty cool it was feeling pretty cool to do that. And I found a bunch of loot down here and whatnot. So that was all fun. And yeah, that was my experience this season on Soundscape Survival. I'm gonna go head back up because this is not a place to end a season. We did do a couple other major things. the Ender Dragon, we did kill it eventually, and when we did, I basically solo killed it because although the whole squad was just running around, failing to do anything and dying, and they were helping each other get the stuff. But I was up on a pillar, so I couldn't stop. I couldn't go down and help them, so I just shot it to death on my own. We fought a wither, or we ended up killing 3 withers this season. Ended up with 3 beacons. I killed 1 wither. I think Dr. Depper alone killed 1 wither. Well, I killed my wither with Trey or DJ Toasters, and JD or Sophie Penguin and DJ Toasters also killed a wither. So those are the 3 wither kills. 2 of them are at spawn, and 1 of them is right here. And that was about it for the the big deal monster killing. Anything else? 2 members added this season. We have, well, two members will be saying that we added this season. That's well, unless you consider Trey one that we added, and we'll keep, though he came back. So Cosmora, pretty new. She's only had, I think, 3 Soundscape videos, but she does a lot more. I suggest looking her up if I mean, she's got more subs than me. So, but yeah, check out her channel. She's got some good videos. And then if you go over to Dr. Depper LP, he's the other person new this season. And that's about it. This is Soundscape Season 3. So with the changes, I guess there won't actually be a Soundscape Season 4. But there will be more Minecraft. There will be more survival multiplayer Minecraft, and we're starting a new thing that I will bring out in the future. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this season of Soundscape. See you next time.